Welcome everyone to Cisco Canada's Virtual Kitchen. We have a great, insightful show today. Just blown away here what we're going to learn about single-use plastics and the new regulations that are going to be coming out here. I am super excited to have Sherry Cuthbert on the show today, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Gallimore Products. Sherry, welcome to today's show.
Thank you, Jay. Thanks for having Galamore Products on SVK Network.
Awesome. So you guys are one of our biggest partners in the sustainable packaging area in Canada, and we're super excited for you to really share some huge insights coming from the federal government here in Canada on the whole standing and preventing or using, I guess, single-use plastics. Can you give us a little bit of insights of what's happening here? What's coming?
Sure. Oh, absolutely. And just a note, part of Galamore's products responsibility is to work with our partners at Cisco and our customers, our restaurants across Canada, to help you navigate through the single-use plastic bans that are upcoming. So just to give you a little bit of background, current scientific evidence indicates that macroplastic pollution is posing a real ecological hazard, including physical harm to some animals, including humans, and their habitat. So as a result, Canadians are actually consuming quantities of single-use plastic manufactured items every year. This is getting into our food stream, and we're actually consuming it. So think about that.
Sherry, I have a quick question. Sherry, sorry to interrupt. I always interrupt my guests, and I apologize. But I have to ask some questions around this, just because I think that's so important. Those plastics, if consumed, those don't break down, right? They live with you forever?
Correct. Yeah.
Wow.
There's certain plastics, they just won't go away. So a foam container,
Mm-hmm.
in all likelihood, it's not going to break down. It could be millions of years before it breaks down, especially once it lands in a landfill and has no air or light or movement to move it around and shake it up a bit.
Wow.
It's there. And anything that does break down, say plastic straw, say it gets caught in waterways and gets into I know we've all seen the turtle with the poor turtle with the straw up his nose. But when plastics get into our food stream, we can end up consuming them. And I personally, I find that very disturbing. So finding the best alternatives in working with the restaurant operators across Canada, that's part of our responsibility, to find and present suitable alternatives that are going to be approved. They're not going to break the bank for the restaurant operators. And even more important, or just as importantly, really to help when it comes to packaging, help restaurant operators understand that product that they've been using, there could be a really good alternative that it qualifies as an alternative to a single-use plastic, but it could help actually enhance the quality of their food when it's going out the door on a third-party delivery to somebody's home, or somebody's doing a drive-by restaurant, grab a meal for dinner. So there's a lot of factors involved in this whole process of banning single-use plastics. And again,
so
we're here to help.
That's okay. We're learning everything here, and just thanks again for sharing all this insights with us, because it's so important as we get more conscious of what we're putting into our bodies more and more every day. And I think it's so important that we share this insights and this information with our industry, just to make sure that they make the right choices that they want to do and what they want to use. So what has the federal government right now laid out so far that they're implementing these single-use plastics?
So the federal government has been working on this initiative for a couple of years now. The regulations have not been finalized, like final, what's officially been banned, other than 6 categories that we know are going to be banned as far as single-use plastics. There's still some gray area on a few potential alternative items. So what I really wanted to talk about today are items that we're very comfortable will be allowed as good alternatives to some of the single-use plastics. So just to recap, the 6 categories that are going to be banned, or that have been identified as being banned, are plastic grocery checkout bags. So
okay, which we are seeing right now. I'm seeing that everywhere.
Yeah. You go to the grocery store now, You bring your own bag, or you get paper, or in a lot of cases, you're still paying for that plastic bag, but that's going to go away. Second
Oh,
category.
so sorry, Sherry. Like, okay. So the grocery stores are not going to charge the plastic bags anymore. Like they're not going to for
It's
bags.
going to depend on what ends up being the final regulation.
Oh, okay.
Right?
That's cool.
There are some grocery retailers that have made a stand. They've decided, no, we're not going to have plastic bags anymore. It'll be paper, or their guests, the consumers, I guess I should say, bring their own bags, but no more plastic.
Cool. Very cool.
Plastic straws, and that was always the number one. So and there's still a little bit of controversy around what's going to be allowed, but we do know that paper straws are going to be allowed. So in your Cisco Classic brand, there's 11 different SKUs available in really, really good quality paper straws. And also, and this one is kind of flying under the radar right now, but there's 4 SKUs of a flexible paper straw.
Okay. Whoa. You got to bring that closer. Bring that up to the screen here, Sherry, because this is what I want everyone to buy. Please, some coffee chains. Can you look at this? That's a paper bendable straw.
Yeah. So not just for healthcare, for individuals who have difficulty swallowing or raising a glass to their mouth, but fun drinks.
I was gonna say my Jay's iced cappuccino.
Yeah.
Yes, my ice cap needs that.
Yeah, and there's also different colors of fun straws. And by the way, these have been in liquid since 9 o'clock this morning. Right now, in beautiful Springwater, Ontario, it's 10 after 11. So they're really good quality.
Yeah, well, I have seen some of the quality out there, and then like you're trying to drink your specialty drink that costs you a lot of money. They typically are not cheap, and then you get their straw and it falls apart. And you know what I've seen, Sherry, too, is some. I'm not going to say who they are, but some places are giving you 2 straws, 2 paper straws, because the quality isn't there.
Yeah, so you're halfway through and it falls apart, so you need another straw for the balance. I'm gonna share a personal story about testing these straws.
Okay.
I left one in a can of Diet Coke overnight once.
Okay.
I was doing a test, forgot about the test. Next morning, go down to my office, pull out the paper straws. It was one of the black cocktail straws. And lo and behold, it was still intact. It was firm. And if I wanted to continue drinking the flat Diet Coke or soda, I guess I should say, I could have continued. But I was blown away by the quality of these. Yeah.
Oh, man.
No joke.
Okay. Well, well, first of all, great on the great straws, but thank God someone made the bendable one, because I was just thinking about that the other day. Someone, please.
Yeah. So now, so now we have options for virtually all types of applications when it comes to paper straws, including the Flexi.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So 3 more categories that are being banned. So 6-pack rings. Those are the rings on the 6-pack of beer cans. So
that would get stuck in the duck's feet. That one.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So those are gone.
They're going to be included in the ban.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plastic cutlery.
Okay, that's huge.
Yeah, plastic cutlery. Most plastic cutlery ends up just in landfill. What do you think of a wooden fork?
Okay, so you have to now. There's going to be people saying, "Is the wood, sustainable and those things too?" Is that going to fall into that?
It's made from wood, FSC, Forest Stewardship Council certified wood product. So it's harvested and regrown in an ethical,
really
manner. Yeah.
Okay, everyone needs to hear that, because a lot of people, what's the difference? Well, that's huge, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's huge.
Yeah, and like I said, we're offering alternatives. A lot of the products, except for the wooden cutlery, we've had available for years now. Sugarcane cutlery, so food containers made out of hard to recycle plastics, including foam, plastic containers that can't get sorted on, or recycling.
So, Sherry, do you see people still using foam containers in the marketplace?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, I understand why,
Yeah.
Jay. Foam is inexpensive. Up until recently, it's been readily available. Some of the more environmentally friendly or compostable products have had, and I say had, sticker shock when it comes to comparing foam to another environmentally friendly compostable item. That sticker shock has gone down, and there are more options available for a restaurant operator to consider.
Okay.
And you remember at the start of this chat, I mentioned one of the things that we talk about when we're sharing our line of containers to restaurant operators is think about what your beautiful food that you just made, what you're putting it in, what's it going to look like in 20 minutes, half hour by the time it gets to your guests' home where they're going to consume that.
You know,
Don't
I
vehicle.
like I can't. Uh, yeah, I don't like. Do you think? And this is a great question we have here from one of our guests watching today. First of all, thank you for watching. Um, but Norman here indicates that he doesn't think that we'll be able to get rid of all plastics completely, and I kind of have to be with him on this. I think there's going to take a time to get there.
Absolutely.
But it is great that we're educating everyone more and more on this, like the paper straws and different things like that, so we can build the confidence, I think, in the consumers that this is the way. And the consumers are really going to tell you down the road on what they're going to want when they get their food, or when you go to their table to put their takeout, for takeout or
Yeah.
leftovers and those things, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be the millennials and Gen Z that are really going to push that for more and more. But
Yeah,
great question. Great point.
I agree on that statement about all plastics are
Yeah.
going to be banned. I totally agree. There are some that maybe we don't have a solution for a sustainable alternative right now.
Yeah.
So that I think the federal government's strategy of identifying six categories, that it's still not finalized. Everything's still not finalized. Hopefully by the end of this calendar year, everything will be in place, all the research, all the consumer feedback, all the conversations with leaders in the industry, like Cisco talking with Environment Canada, climate change. They have conversations. So there's still work to be done and some information that needs to be tumbled around a little bit more before final decisions are made.
Awesome.
And I know we're going to go over to Chef in a moment, but the one thing I do want to mention that with the bans impending, there have been regions, cities, municipalities, even some provinces who've actually gone ahead of the Canadian government and decided to ban certain plastics, whether it's paper or plastic straws, foam containers. I say kudos to them for taking the initiative to do that. But one of the concerns, and you and I have talked about this, one of the concerns out there is that if all restaurant operators are forced to make the changeover from plastic to sustainable items all at the same time, that could put even more pressure on the supply chain. So the sooner you start to dabble in it, start to do your research, start to learn what's available as alternative, the better for you. But that's just some word of advice.
So can you kind of share with us really when these are going to take effect? Like I've heard so many different dates out there and times and stuff like that. When are we looking?
So all indications so far that by the end of the calendar year, everything should be sorted. I'm not part of the government, so I don't know for sure. But that's what we're being told. It could be sooner, Jay. It could be later, but it's certainly that's for sure.
You know what? It never hurts to start educating people now. And I know even talking with a lady yesterday just on this, and she's like, well, it's awesome that we're talking about it now. If it is going to take months and stuff like that to learn, educate, try the product, see what works, find the right straw that works, all these different things. I think it will take time because this is a big shift for a lot of people. Big shift.
It will. And we're here again, like I said, with the Gallimore sales team across Canada, working with the Cisco business resources teams and the sales consultants across Canada. We are here to support, provide information, share options, set you up with samples to test, whatever you need. And I'm speaking to the restaurant operators. We are here to support you. That's our job.
Awesome, awesome. Well, this is great, Sherry. And I think, is there anything before we go over to Peter here, and we're going to break for a quick commercial, and then we're going to go in there. We got a lot of people adding comments and stuff on here. So first of all, thank you for everyone. And I think more and more that people can learn about these things. They can also go to your website. Do you have information on your website, Sherry?
We do. We do have information, all of our different products. We've got a sales team, as I said, right across Canada. We work very closely with the sales team, but going to our GalamoreProducts.com website is a really good first step, doing some inquiries.
That's awesome. Great stuff. So what we're going to do, folks, we're going to break for a quick commercial here. And then we're going to have Chef Peter come back. He's sitting there in the green room right now, hanging out, and we're going to test these products because everyone says, okay, they can't be that great. Well, he's been cooking, he's hanging out there, and Peter, we know Peter beats stuff up big time, right, Peter? And he's going to test out these products to make sure they're the right products for you if you're looking to switch over to some of the stuff that Gallimore has here with Cisco. And please stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this quick message.
Thanks, Jeff.
Welcome back, everyone. We're sitting here with Sherry from Gallimore Products, and then we brought Chef Peter into the house to really test these products. We're looking at the products that are going to be banned, and Gallimore's got tons of solutions for you. So Peter's going to test those solutions out right now with Sherry. So over to you, Peter. What are we working on?
Oh, fantastic. Thanks a lot, Jay. So Sherry's doing all the heavy lifting today in regards to what's going on in the industry with the packaging and takeout. But this has been really a secondary thing that restaurateurs are not really considering a lot of. And the last couple of years, we've seen a huge increase in takeout and delivery, third party, all that kind of stuff. So not only has your takeout and delivery become more important, what your food's going in is become crucial. And it actually has an importance to what's going on for takeout and delivery. Temperature, moisture retentions, getting there, so it's still looking like it's restaurant quality. So for me, just learning all this great stuff that I've been talking with Sherry about the last few days has just been so educational, because our customers are going to have to try to figure out what works for them, work with their sales consultants, get some samples, bang it around, just like what I'm doing. And you know what I did earlier, you can see right here, I got a great plethora of ingredients that would be great quality stuff that's going into your dishes. Well, you want it to be great when it gets to your customers. So what we did is, before we even started, I created some dishes right from the frying pan. So we're not doing the easy stuff. We're doing stuff right from the fryer into the container. We're doing some stuff right out of the frying pan, boiling pasta, Asian dish, and we got them sitting in our takeout container for 21 minutes right now. So we're gonna look at that first, Jay.
Awesome. Now, Sherry, most restaurants do that, right? They're not going to put it, they're going to throw it right from the deep fryer hot right into these containers. These things don't break down?
They don't. Eventually they will, Jay, but when we call this the sugar cane challenge. Take your existing product or container, maybe it's foam, maybe it's a cardboard box type container, compared to one of the sugar cane containers. And there's all sorts of shapes. There's blended sugar cane, there's white sugar cane. We call that the sugar cane challenge. And what Chef's doing is he's letting them sit on the counter, and when he opens it up, boom, there he goes. He opens it up. It's still going to look good. It's not going to be soggy because of the inherent quality of sugarcane that's basically pulling some moisture out of the food and keeping the integrity of your food, making it still look like it was just made in the restaurant.
So Peter, thank you, Sherry. Peter, what did you do there? What did you do?
Okay, so you can kind of see all the sauce is still here in the pasta, right? For the Asian noodle that we did. So it's not soaked up by the container. It was 141 degrees still inside after 21 minutes. This
21
one
minutes.
was a steaming hot meatball pasta, lots of sauce, and there's no leaching. Still got the pasta perfectly in the container, and this was 147 degrees after 21 minutes, Jay. So fabulous, fabulous results out of these containers here.
So Peter, can you show the bottom?
Yep.
Right? Let's see the bottom there.
Well, I know you're waiting for me to do one of those funny tricks, but
I want to see if it's holding up.
you don't want to see me show it to you upside down while the product's still in there, right? So there it is. Look at that.
There you go. No, it's not
No
soggy.
leaching. And
Is
that
there
was still
steam
wet.
in there, Peter? Is there steam in the top? Because I know foam containers always get
There
that steam.
was still steam coming out of it, yeah. So incredible. So for me, when I'm getting my, go ahead.
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
So when I'm getting my product and I'm sending it on third-party delivery, this to me was crucial. And here it is in the takeout bag, just like it was. We put it in at 5.2. We still had a hot pasta after 21 minutes. No leaching off the bottom. No sucking up of all of the juice inside the container. Absolutely incredible results. So I just,
You know, Sherry, I've had
Hold
takeout
away.
I've had takeout Sherry Chef just recently, and they're using like metal containers. Now, where are we on metal containers, Sherry? Are they okay? Are they recyclable, sustainable? Like
So
I've seen people start using those.
Sorry, Jay, they're not on the radar
Okay.
as far as we know for being banned. There's a lot of pros about metal containers. There's some cons about it. The one thing I will point out about the sugarcane container, and chef's testing showed that food quality is maintained. You can stick those in the microwave. You can stick them in the regular oven up to 248 degrees Fahrenheit.
No, wait, like that paper there,
Yes.
right there, Sherry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter, do what I do. Go get it. Go grab one of those containers behind you and rip the top off. Okay, so if you come home, you got it takeout. You can take this. You can rip the top off. See? You didn't know I knew that, eh, Sherry? And then now you can use that as a plate, right, Peter?
yeah.
You just saved me washing dishes, Ecker.
But you get it home, maybe you're not quite ready yet, and the delivery comes, you can pop it in the oven on hold at the side, and just finish up what you're doing, and then call everybody to dinner, and it's ready to go. So
And then you just clean the dishes. You just did the
and
dishes.
they're made from sugarcane, which is a rapidly renewable resource that
Love it.
basically regrows itself really quickly. So it's a good product to use.
this to me is going to be one of the most important things for the enjoyment of consuming the product, because if you didn't tell me that this wasn't the P word, I would never believe it.
So that's
It was
plastic?
so firm and so easy to work with.
What is that?
This is the forks and the spoons. You got the wood ones, right?
Yeah.
You got the other ones here, starch ones. Right?
Okay, whoa, wait a second. You get all excited about your forks
Look
and
at that.
spoons, Peter. Go back to that plastic one there. I want to see that.
You said the word.
Sorry.
It is.
So that looks like plastic. That's not plastic, Sherry?
No, look at that. You can't
We're
even
trying
break
to
it.
zoom in.
Look how much it took to break that. Incredible. Look.
And
look how
Peter
strong
works
the
out
tongs
every
are.
day.
Like I just, to me, when I've got a great dish at home and having a great salmon or something, having a great steak, and you got all this flimsy cutlery, this
Oh,
to
I
me
hate
was
that.
this was the excitement here.
I would put. Okay, here we go. Here's the fryer test, Sherry.
And just an example of the fryer tests so chefs doing the fryer tests, we actually had a restaurant that specializes in chicken wings and French fries. They did the side-by-side, the sugarcane challenge, using our blended sugarcane, which is sugarcane and bamboo, so a nice natural looking product. Their old plastic container, they sent the food out to consumers and asked them, which one do you like better? Hands down, the blended sugarcane won, because the wings and the fries were still crispy and they were still warm. The wings and fries in the other container, the old container, were cold and they were soggy. So
Very cool.
my pet peeve is soggy French fries in takeout. With a sugarcane or blended sugarcane container, you're going to have, in all likelihood, you're going to have crispy fries by the time it gets to me as the consumer. And I would buy that again.
230 degrees French fries, 230 degrees in here, right? And same with the chicken wings. We just did a little salt and pepper for now, but there's a great chicken wing product right there. But not about holding the heat. You're not going to get any of the leaching. It's not going to get on your clothes. It's not going to get on the seat of your car, right? It's just absolutely incredible. And I just can't wait to continue to use these kind of products and to talk to our customers about it, because I really think they're going to be excited about it and not just thinking that it was, yeah, get my food in a container and get it out the door. It's going to be part of when it gets home, it's going to be really that much better than if I were to use a different kind of product. So
awesome
and they
stuff.
probably buy from that restaurant again, which is really important. Repeat business. They have a positive experience.
Peter,
yeah,
do you have your Sharpie on your shoulder?
No.
I was going to say, for everyone, could you, when you get paper containers like that and you send it to a rest or someone and they ordered, I would recommend, this is just a recommend, write on there, thank you. Okay. I am not kidding you how much that means when someone orders their food. And we know it's not cheap to do restaurants and dining out all the time. So if you are getting it, a nice thank you, we love you and that kind of stuff, right? Chef loves you. How cool would that be, right? All those different things on your containers. And these are great to write on and stuff. I tell you, those little special, remember Sherry back in the day, Peter too, because you're older than you can imagine, but is that those messages, remember when you used to get like the receipt on your, people would be like, thank you. And they'd handwrite messages on them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you got to do that on your takeout. I'm not kidding. Those little things mean the world.
Jay, you wouldn't believe it, but in these ones here, it's printed right in the lid of the box. Thank you.
No way.
Yep.
Well, there, you taught me. But I think a nice little hand message on top would be awesome as well. Sherry, do people, and I have one more question for you, and there's the website, everyone, GalamoreProducts.com. Check them out. We got tons of people with comments and everything today, so thank you so much. The other thing, Sherry, I want to mention, do restaurants advertise that they use sustainable products and packaging like this to help with growth?
Some don't. Some do. What we have been recommending, especially over the last couple of years, as the need for takeout and delivery, I couldn't do anything else. But we as the sales mind used to go, oh, buy our compostable product. You need to use our compostable product. Advertise our compostable product. And actually, I don't remember why, but we had a bit of an aha moment a couple of years ago. We're going, why are we pushing restaurant operators to go to a compostable product? We should be responsible and talk to them about how to maintain the quality of their food. So go to a sugar-free container as an example. And by the way, it's also compostable. So it was a bit of a flip. So rather than trying to push the compostable aspect, it was a focus on working on improving and maintaining the quality of food as it goes out the door to a guest. Some restaurant operators do feature that they're using sustainable products. They obviously have to be really careful about what they're saying. Yeah. But again, we can help with some of that information, what's allowed with the upcoming regulations. You have to be careful with your facts. So we're accountable to our customers, both Cisco and your restaurant operators. We're accountable to giving you the correct information and helping you learn what is actual fact. We've seen statements out there, and we'll look at the statement and go, no, sorry, you misinterpreted that product. But that's what we're supposed to be doing, is helping make sure that information is being consumed correctly. If that item doesn't work, say maybe this one doesn't work, but a paper cup will work. We'll help you navigate that.
Okay, before I gotta wrap up here. Sorry, Sherry, but I have to do one thing, because I think I want to go back to your straws, because those have been sitting in there for 29 minutes.
No,
do you want? I'm going to test you. I'm going to test you, Sherry.
They've been sitting for 2.5 hours.
Okay, well, I know 29 is for sure. Right,
29 that you saw.
Peter, look at that. Okay, try the bigger ones. Okay, we have more comments about those straws you wouldn't believe. Okay,
I just wanted to make a comment, Jay, about what you talked about when it came to surveying. Surveying has become more important to customers than ever before. So a message at the bottom of your bill, or even adding to your survey about your packaging and about how people might have enjoyed it. Get some feedback on that would be awesome, I think.
Yeah, we have a great partner also called Foodback. You can go to foodback.com, I believe, and they actually have it where you can get live feedback if you're as a restaurateur about your products. And it's a QR based
Perfect.
app, so you can put in there, what do you think of our product containers? And I tell you,
Mm.
put it on your takeout stuff, so when they do the delivery and they send it there, that they can give you feedback on what they think about your containers and your food and your containers. Because when I got some the other day and there was nothing on it, and I didn't know who it came from and all this stuff. So you just need to make sure that you're doing that. Put the QR code on there. There's stickers you can get, all this stuff. Find out what they think about your products, because
Yeah.
that will be huge. It really, I think it makes a big difference. And I think it's going to make it more and more as this becomes more public.
Yeah, and then one last little note, I should have mentioned this. So here's one of the handled paper bags.
I love that.
Sugarcane containers, they're stackable. They sit in there nicely. I've got 3 different containers in there. There's different bag styles available in paper, different thicknesses. This is just a plain old 20-pound grocery bag. That's a great delivery bag.
Yeah, you know what? I love it. And then you can get the untapped or untampered stickers that go on them so they know they haven't been touched and all that stuff. And awesome stuff, Sherry. Really is. We're going to send this one customer there. Peter's got them. He walks around with those. We're going to send this. We have this one person here that's really interested in the straws. I think we're going to send you some straws here to test these out, and we'll find out what you think of them too. Because I'm a big straw guy, and I love the fact there's a bendable one. Finally, there's a bendable paper.
Yeah,
Did you know that, Peter? Sorry, Sherry?
It's a good one too. Same quality.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, thank you both. Peter, anything left on your side? Wrap up?
The only thing I can say is that this is now a center conversation, and people definitely need to want to start having it with their sales consultants, but truly, this is a game changer for all of us. So thanks, Sherry.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks again, Sherry. And for everyone else, tune into the SVK Network tomorrow. We have a Deliver Tech is on our Restaurant Tech show. It's going to be huge. You got to see this, Peter, because it's going to change what delivery systems that are out there and delivery companies are doing. So we got a great show there. And then on Thursday, we have Kraft back in, Kraft Heinz with Chef Thomas. They're going to be creating barbecue dishes for the summer and with barbecue sauces from Kraft. And then Friday, Influencer Fridays, we're back. We're going to review some Unilever products from Hellmann's sauces. So hold tight on that. And then next week, apparently it's a 5-day SVK week. So we got lots of shows next week. But tune in, follow, subscribe to SVK. And thanks again, Sherry Gallimore.
My pleasure.
Awesome ideas. Love these ideas and loves for the insights. Yes, well done. You got a clap from Peter. Awesome. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great rest of your week and go do some food in a restaurant. Cheers.